find yourself standing in the starlit town square, bodies strewn about. Imdra standing solemnly. One guard, one loyal guard who's probably getting a promotion, still up.
Hell, there's not any competition anymore.
Are there any townspeople left?
You still see a few scattered around the like far outskirts as the roads kind of make their way out of town square. There's a few there like hugging corners and kind of like keeping an eye. But most people have fled pretty quickly.
Okay.
So I'm right beside of Holly. So I just like, after we saw Sephek vaporized, but we both noticed the change.
Yeah.
And so I just like look straight at you like, did you see that?
Yeah. I did.
It was like,
That was
it's
weird.
like he came to or something.
Yeah. That was a little unnerving. I'm gonna sit down real quick, and I just like sit on the fountain edge.
I think. Oh, ow. Yep, I'm going to join you real quick.
I wish I could help you out with that.
No,
but
you did more than you're worth for sure. You've done great. Oh, all right.
Thank you. And I like put my hand on the side of his head and kind of like lightly shove him and go, "You scared the shit out of me."
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
He and I felt sorry. I felt anger. I don't know. It was confusing.
Believe it or not, I get it. But we can
hash this out
talk
later.
We'll talk about that later. I need a drink.
I need my fourth drink of ever. That would be great. If you could just pour it on my wounds. I think that's how that works, right?
Well, there's some old wives' tales, but we'll deal with that later.
As you guys are having this conversation, Indra has kind of made her way towards you guys. And Zora, are you kind of tagging along?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm walking over.
As you guys approach the group, they approach as you guys are talking about getting a drink, and Indra kind of looks back at Night Metro on the ground and goes, "Well, I mean the bartender's dead, but you know what? Hey, you!" And the guard's like, "What? You're gonna be a bartender tonight. Get down to the wet trout. We'll reassign someone in the mornings." "Okay, all right. Can I rest first?" And she's like, "Oh fuck. Okay, yeah. I'll send a healer." I'm
sorry, I can't help you.
I do say, I'm like, congratulations on the promotion.
And he makes it. Says, "Whatever. Just it's all on us tonight. Drink what you will."
I looked to Holly.
That sounds very good to me.
Holly very softly goes,
Does that mean what I think it means?
"Yes, it does."
Holly, I
Hey,
think I might have some information for you.
really? About what?
The Chardonnay?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where did you go? What?
Sephek and I, we found a Dwergar, got some information out of him, killed him. It was great.
Oh,
Yeah. Bit of a
Great.
quick thing, really.
Speaking of, we should probably check on the receptionist.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I almost forgot about her.
Yeah.
Oh no!
what?
You saw a Dwergar here, like in the middle of everything.
Yeah, kind of. Only almost after like right before we killed him, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
Sort of noticed the shimmer of his invisibility
My
in the
God.
snow.
Your eyes are amazing. You can see things I never could even dream of.
Oh, well, I actually ran right past him, so a bit lucky.
Hey, whatever it takes, right?
Yeah, well, Ray's the one who nabbed him right out of the air, I suppose.
I got lucky. But apparently they're collecting all of the Chardonnay in Sunblight.
they're collecting it from him, or
Well, there was some here, and they're taking it all to Sunblight.
oh, and I pull out the pack and I actually pull out that map and point to the part on the map that says sunlight. I mean, if I had to guess, they're going there.
Where is Sunblight on the map?
It's in the spine of the world.
It's
Is
a
it
little.
is it marked on our map?
Did I mark it? It is not.
No,
pre-marked.
Okay.
it's not.
So I will get you a sticky note for the big map because I don't want to write directly on it.
Right.
That's fair.
But it is, if you look, right above the E, no, right above the F in of Spine of the World,
Oh, okay.
there is a valley, and
He's
that is
marked
where it is
there.
marked.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's pretty
Man.
remote, which I would assume if they're doing something nefarious.
And I will mark this as well, but Zoria, you know that your tribe is not nearby necessarily, but is, if on the map, 2 inches to the west on that map.
Yes. I would be quite familiar with this.
What, what is some? I don't understand. What are they doing with this metal that you speak of?
Well, we didn't get that far. We heard Holly yell and figured we should come to help. I guess it wasn't needed, but he's dead,
Yes.
so
Sorry about that. That was I didn't expect that to come out.
it happens.
Perhaps we'll find another one.
Is this receptionist dead?
We don't know.
Should
can
we
help.
go check on him? Yes.
Yeah. I think that would be a good call.
Yeah.
Luckily, nature gave me a healing spell too.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
You
I'm
make
out.
you make your way into town hall, and the half orc is still like sitting against the wall, but it's now like a little more upright, like actively chose to sit there instead of just slumped. And he looks up. He goes, "Oh, hey, God, I wasn't sure if you're coming back."
Are you all right, friend?
Yeah, I'll be. No,
Okay. yes.
Look at him, he looks
Yes.
terrible.
Come here.
they thought I was dead. You know, luckily I'm just real stubborn.
Well, yes, I can see. That is very good for you. And I tap him on the shoulder and I go, there. And he heals for 1d4 plus 3.
Perfect. Okay. Roll the 1d4.
5.
5. Okay. 5 total or 5 plus?
5 total.
Duh, thank
Yeah.
you. Yep.
I rolled a d4 and I got a 5.
Roll right past that one. Okay, cool. So some of his wounds heal up some, and he kind of like he looks a little more cognizant.
That should get you a little less.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, God, that hurt.
Yes. What happened to you?
Well, the door opened while everything was going on outside, and I started making my way to investigate, and then I got stabbed. And they, this little dark-skinned dwarf, gray, I mean, not dark, just gray, popped out, and he said, "Ha ha," and he stabbed me.
That was very rude of him, yes.
And then,
Did he say, like, surprise?
no, he just laughed.
He didn't do anything, he just
No.
right for the stabbing.
Yeah, just straight for the stab.
That's just rude.
Well, what was rude? No, that was rude. What was really rude was the next 3 also stabbed me.
Oh God.
Oh,
I think the first one would have done a fine job, but
You must have like constitution for days. What is your name? I want to remember
Classic
the
DM.
undying half-orc.
Speaking of names, Soren, do you remember the name that the Dwargar gave us?
Of
The Dwargar said someone had sent them to get the Shardolin. I don't remember who though. Can I roll history?
Sunlight?
yeah, go ahead.
No, they said a name.
taking it to-
I believe
I was kind of winding up the
if
shoulder
they were,
there.
if they were if they were talking about it, Holly, you probably have it in your notes.
Yeah, I don't know if I wrote it down though because I wasn't
13.
there.
13.
I didn't just hear it. Really,
That's
really
fine.
fast.
Yeah. He said Zardarok.
Sorry.
It's XARDOROK, and because I know you're not going to let me get past it, the orc says, "My name's Ravicus."
Oh,
That's a good name.
Thank you.
I knew a half orc once. It wasn't that though. I think it was like Alan or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, people tell me that all half orcs sound kind of the same, but I don't. I think it's a little racist.
That is a little
racist.
racist. I don't
It's
appreciate
very
that at
rude.
all.
Yeah, no, it's very rude of them.
You tell them to shut up.
I feel is the voice you're doing. Good.
Yep.
That's not a call out at all.
Look, man, I don't have that many voices.
Give it some time, you know. It'll adjust. It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm really glad that you're feeling better. And do you want a drink? Or?
Yeah, I could use a drink. Yeah, let's do that. I'll go to the tavern with you.
Well, you said 3 more stabbed you. Do you think they've run off, or could they still be here?
Oh no, they. Here, just come with me. And he kind of pulls himself up and makes his way to where the two of you recognize Flynn lost his shit.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, there is something distinctly missing from the room.
The ship?
The ship mast, or the what's it called? The thing that goes on the front of a ship. The bow something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or normally like a mermaid or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
That looked like that was shaped like a demon. It is.
I always imagine that's where you like ram into the other ship.
Yeah.
It's like the narwhal horn.
That's
The bow
it.
narwhal.
You got it.
The bow wall. But yeah, it is missing. He says,
Soren, it's gone. Do you see it?
Yeah.
I mean, do you not see it?
Well, I don't. That's the problem.
It was there just a little bit ago. They couldn't have taken the whole thing, could they? Just 3 little dwarves.
They're sturdy.
Holly,
Yes.
you would remember from your first encounter with Dwargar that they have a innate ability to grow significantly larger.
Yeah, no, I think they could have carried it out. They kind of get much bigger, but
What?
I want to know how they got out of here without anybody seeing.
They also can turn invisible.
And things with it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
They can turn
takes a-
things
It
invisible.
takes an enchanter. Yeah,
This is very rude.
at least from my time as a mercenary, you know. Hunting down Dwargar. I already knew that.
And now you're a receptionist.
And now I'm a receptionist. Look,
Hey, you know, it's a lot less dangerous, you would think, but
it's
apparently not.
yeah, no, I came here because I thought it'd be safe. And like I was tired of getting stabbed.
Just another day in the Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
I'm really
Listen.
beginning to understand. It really is. It seems like every day I wake up and then something tries to kill me again. I don't want to. I don't like
It's
it.
actually like pretty crazy. Okay, so hear me out. First I was a mercenary and I got stabbed a lot, and I was like, this makes sense. So then I became a town guard and I still got stabbed. I'm like, well, okay, fine. And then I started being a fisherman and I got stabbed again. I was like, okay, well, now it's getting weird.
Why-
So I
what-
thought a
what did you get stabbed
receptionist,
with as a fisherman?
a fish.
Well, I think they're hiring
fair.
a bartender down at the bar.
Yeah, there's a job opening. Do you want it?
That's true.
Maybe the fact that you're a little bit more likely to get stabbed at a bar than a receptionist will invert your chances at getting stabbed.
You know what? At this point, I'll take those chances. You
Hey,
know what?
yo.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'll put in an application. That sounds like a good idea.
Mr. Half-Orc, if I may, while we're on the way to the bar, where you're going to find your new employment, I want to know a little bit more about the thing that kind of sort of possessed me.
Oh yeah. I don't know about the possession part,
What?
but
Okay, so Soren and I were just wanting to read some books.
Yeah, you want that. Whoops.
Yeah. We walked in
We have
and there
not
was
met
this
you yet.
there was this
Right,
little
yeah.
girl and I rehashed the whole
Okay,
thing
yeah.
that happened, which
Yeah.
We'll circle back around.
Yeah,
to
we'll
it.
circle back around to it.
and the white lady took over. And is that normal? Does she search out certain people, certain types? What drew her to me?
Well, if it's the white lady and the shard one are different, right? But the white lady actually drowns people pretty frequently. If someone's dumb enough to call upon her,
Oh, you
then
mean
they may see her later and she will possess them and try to drown them.
What would happen per se if somebody took something of the white lady?
Oh. I mean, it can't be good, right?
Yeah, is that,
Perfect.
do you know if the ship thing is it connected to her soul?
No, probably not. It is evil. Kind of. We try not to talk about it, but anyone who spent some time going out into the tundra finds it occasionally, and it has very adverse effects on different people. There's a lot of madness, a lot of paranoia that surrounds it. So a lot of people call it demon metal.
I was about to say, you mean you have demon metal in town hall?
Well, we didn't want it in town.
And they've got
Get
a...
rid of it! Put
We
it
were-
far
What do you
away!
do with it? We can't destroy it.
I cannot believe I have inhabited town for this long. This is... No wonder you get stabbed. You curse yourself. Away. Get away.
She makes some good points.
But see, it makes sense because he was a badass ex-mercenary.
No.
No.
He is cursed. He will forever carry stab curse.
You know, the more she says it does kind of make some
No,
sense.
I've never touched it. I don't think it has anything that.
Oh, you are in close proximity, my friend. Touching does not matter.
Yeah, you might be getting some bad juju or something off of it.
Do not touch my drinks tonight. I will end you. I can be bear.
I've seen it. When she goes full mama bear, there's no stopping it.
is bringing a whole new definition of mama bear. Brilliant. Okay. I guess you can just pour your own.
I will. Thank you. And I will pour yours too. We do not drink from cursed demon metal stab man.
I'm sorry.
Unacceptable.
I'm sorry, Mr. Haffel, but she's kind of our guide, and she's kind of, you know, in
Just for
charge
the
of
record,
us.
because I kind of see where this is going. If one of you guys stab me, it doesn't count.
I will not stab you to prove point or anything.
Okay.
Because you will probably get stabbed on your own. You do not need me. do it
Soren,
for
make
you.
sure all of your blades are put away, okay?
I can't really make that promise. to be certain.
We don't want any unfortunate accidents.
I hate going back on my word. So
Also, you touch demon metal? You touch demon metal.
I didn't touch it.
Did you touch the demon metal plant?
I may have been in close proximity.
Oh my god. Oh my god, we do not drink tonight. We cleanse.
What?
I cleanse everyone. You cannot
Ollie.
drink.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Me, you, we're just going.
But sorry,
We leave.
I want to drink.
I like get this bush out.
So you
And
just
I,
like
like-
randomly whip out
I-
sage and
Yeah, I whip out sage and then I have like a box bush and I, let it smoke and I slapping him with it. Slapping the shit out of him with it.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, come here. I touch the sage and cast light on it, so it's just radiating light.
Now I'm slapping him
Perfect,
with
all
a
right.
radiating bush.
I think I feel better.
Did you touch demon metal?
I didn't have the chance. He immediately tried to kill me. Actually,
I smack you with it just a little bit, just in
I
case.
did no such thing. I just wanted to go
All
to
right,
the lake.
all right. I am much distressed. We go drink now. Oh.
Ray's gone.
Oh shit, she meant it, and I like run after it.
it's like that Homer Simpson meme, just like backs into the bushes. All right, perfect. All right, so you guys make your way back down to the bar.
The bar, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Two
the
drinks
bar
in.
is where I'm at.
To drink and rest and collect your thoughts.
I walk in, I say, Ray, I'm cleansed.
Great.
great.
I'm very happy for you.
Thanks.
I am too.
No, cheers.
I've cleansed my outside now to cleanse the inside, as I always say.
Yep.
Sorry, I was writing something down. Otherwise, I would have laughed.
I think the apothecary might have something for that.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Never trust an apothecary.
Oh no, they do have laxatives though.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
Just clean you right out.
No, never trust an apothecary. The one in Sicomba, very, very shady.
Alright.
There's
Is it because it was in a tree?
I see what you did there.
Soren, if you would, what is your passive perception?
14.
Okay. As you guys are making your way to the bar as a group, you are making your way through a nicer part of town, and a sign catches there's an alley. There's you see a shop, and then a house on the other side, and there's one sign in front of the door, which says one thing, and then there's another sign on the corner. And despite it being a nice area of town, the sign is missing a hinge, and so it's hanging a little bit. On it looks like it may have been once a sign for an archery shop. There's a bow and arrow, and the arrow is pointed, slanted down towards the alleyway.
Oh, cool.
You recognize this as a symbol in Thieves' Cant.
Oh, snap. Cool.
So, do with that what you will. If you'd like to investigate now, you may. If you'd like to wait and do it later, you may do that as well.
What
you
time
did
of
see it.
day is it?
Well, it's dark, but it is at this point. It's probably pushing 6-7 o'clock in the evening.
I will continue to the bar
Okay,
and investigate later.
cool. All right. So you guys make it to the bar. It is empty because everyone who was in town that saw it has now passed on this rumor. They know exactly what happened to the bartender or the owner. And so everyone's kind of staying away from this place right now. But you go in and the guard is sitting there, and there's a younger, probably early 20s, another half orc woman in there, and casting a couple of healing spells on him. And he's trying to stand up straight, and he's like looking at these bottles of alcohol, like, oh god, what do I do? Like, if they ask for anything other than beer, I'm probably fucked. And the half orc with you kind of just like, hey buddy, I got this, and well, you know what, you serve them, and I'll in case anyone else comes in, I'll just hang out. Goes behind the bar and just kind of like starts acting the part, hoping that'll get him the job.
I scamper up to the bar stool, get on top of it, and I look at the guard and I say, I would like your finest bottle of... Well, I don't know. What do we order? Ale. Ale! I'd like your finest bottle of ale, sir.
Well, we don't, yeah, and he kind of looks at the rest of you like, bottle of ale, do you just want a round of ales?
Is there anything behind him, like casks?
There are
or
big
glass?
casks with spouts on them, which we assume the ale and wine might be.
Cool. I hop over the bar and just start serving
All right, cool,
myself
yeah.
and setting it down on the
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
just a grab for whoever wants to
This
serve
is
it.
this is good. This is good.
As Holly is doing that, Ray kind of takes note of what's in what and points to the one for ale.
Cool. Yep.
It's that one.
So I imagine in episode 4 of Star Wars, like that little bat thing that like goes for the drink. That's when.
Perfect. Yep. Cool. So you guys get your drinks and then pass them around. So, as you guys are gathering your thoughts, just to aid you, I'm going to kind of walk through some things that you have seen recently, because we are now at a point where you will have a chance to talk to Imdra again and have a little extra direction. But you have also you're also going to get some free will here, like a little, more than you had. Not that you didn't already, but more. As there are now some multiple things that you've encountered that you may wish to or feel obligated to investigate. So, the first and foremost, the most obvious one is what you just saw of the Dwergar, stealing the Shardolin, and taking the Sunblight. You have also encountered a couple of wizards from the Brotherhood of Mages. We're changing that. The Mages Guild, because the Mages Guild, and
Well, so we encountered two. We had there was the Dragon's Head / Wishbone on Red Robes of the guy who burned, and then the Raven. Because we found a hooded albino female tiefling
yes,
with a raven who said, "With men like Dazan, you have to make sure they were dead."
yes, yes. That is the one I was thinking. I just had to make sure. Yes, those are the two that you've encountered. You also found Dazan's pack in the caves with the journal.
Yeah.
Which
remind me what the journal said.
Yeah.
1 moment.
What do you
I
mean?
actually do have it. The book, it was written in code, but it is a story about people who interfought for power and they were looking for a lost city. And that there is a hidden tower that they couldn't find. It was just kind of like a just a regular.
roll an intelligence check for me.
Yep.
Or a history. Roll history so you can get that.
Okay. All right. 16.
Okay. You remember you were making your way to East Haven to join an expedition that had been hired by a wizard
That's right.
to head north towards Kelvin's Cairn.
Yep.
And
Sorry.
and during talks around town, you guys had talked about Dazan and about how he was being executed.
That's right.
Because he murdered a expedition
Yes.
that he had sent out after they found whatever he had been looking for.
Okay. I'm just gonna actually for now I'm going to be sitting with my ale. If people want to be beside me or talk to me, they can. But I'm actually kind of keeping to myself, almost like in deep thought.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Wait, so we have the Wizard's Journal, the Shardolin, and yeah. Okay, cool.
And then, less of you would know each of these. But, of course, you, Zoria, did notice the proximity to your tribe. Now, in roll history for me real quick.
Super strong suit. 15.
Okay, cool. You've never heard of Sunblight by name, but during your younger years, there were always regions of the mountains that you were told not to go, and for various reasons. I will later mark a couple of places on your map, and the reasons why you were told not to go there. However, you do recognize the region around where Sunblight is marked on the map as a place that you were told not to go because of the mechanical demons.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good.
Mechanical demons.
And then on your front, you had been told about Flynn, you had been told about an island to the north where Oriel resided, and that there were a couple of ways to potentially reach it. So just a reminder that that is there.
That may or may not be what I'm thinking about.
Quick clarification question. The expedition that I know about going to Kelvin's Cairn, is that still on the table?
So that expedition had left.
Okay,
before. Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
You could probably make
That's
the
right,
connection
that's
that that was the expedition that was murdered.
gotcha. Okay, sorry, I my brain wasn't connecting those two dots for some
No,
reason.
no, you're good.
I actually go and sit down next to Flynn for a second. Kind of make sure that the others are, if you guys are doing something else, just waiting for a moment where it's just me and Flynn. And say, so you said to that guy that you were besieged by something?
Yeah, you might say that. I am. Haven't told much about it, mostly because when I sit here and think about it, I'm not sure how much I know about it in the first place.
Right.
I was besieged by a beautiful queen, and she took me from the bottom of the barrel, really, and gave me the powers that you've witnessed. And she sent me on a mission up here.
Did she tell you what for?
She wanted this treasure that's up to the north. And she gave me these powers in order to try and get it. So that's where I've got to head.
Up north, which way? Do you know? Just here?
I've been reading up. I've been trying to figure it out. I think there's an island. Some kind of island up north. I've got to learn more about it, I guess. And
Right.
I've got to do a little bit more research. Well, that's why I wanted to go to the library here to see if they had a little bit more knowledge on it. And then I got possessed. So, that didn't quite work out, but, there's still time.
Right. Do I know of any, island around here?
Are you attempting to divert attention from what island it might be?
No.
Okay, cool. Roll me history.
Mostly 'cause
I'm just curious.
He's
Yeah.
almost naive about it. So.
20 even.
Cool.
Or 20
Yeah.
total. Yeah.
You know of an island is a strong term in most cases in Icewind Dale because
Right.
you have at the north end you have the Sea of Moving Ice, which from growing up you know a lot about as these bits of glacier and bits of the ice shelf that have broken away and they move and they drift, and there are small settlements, small camps of various nomadic tribes, and creatures build dens on some of them because they usually the currents of the moving ocean keep them close to shore, but it's hard. However, the word island only brings one true thing to mind, and that is Oriel's personal island.
Gotcha.
That though she has not stayed there for as long as she is now that she is there perpetually, that island has been a retreat of hers for many, many years.
Okay.
It is an island. It brings more forth the imagery of a giant snowflake drifting at her will through the Sea of Moving Ice. It is known as one of the deadliest places to go, not necessarily because of any direct threat, but because it is so variable that ships wreck on it and on the ice that stretches out from it frequently.
Gotcha.
So it is viewed by sailors in the area as a omen of death.
Gotcha.
Well, we should definitely go there as level 3.
Absolutely.
That seems
That's
totally
exactly what I
fine.
was thinking.
I think we should definitely take on Big Boss at level 3. Nothing could go wrong.
But yeah, Holly, I'm not familiar with this region, and I don't know it. I feel like I don't know anything.
Well, I'll tell you, if you're...
Sorry. Actually, with that history check, you would also have heard the legend of Angajuk.
Oh, okay, spell.
Yeah, Angajuk, and actually, especially with the proximity of your town to the north as well. Angajuk is an awakened whale. The legend tells
Yes.
has a boat strapped to his back and will take people to and from the island if summoned and appeased, or will simply take them around the island.
Cute. That's a very cute legend. I like it a
That's
lot.
an adorable legend.
And though you don't know where it is, you do know that supposedly you can summon him from a giant bell somewhere in the tundra to the north.
Gotcha. That's really cool. Okay, sorry, I'm just making notes.
Fortunately, from my previous role,
Mhm.
I know everything there is to know about whales.
You do know a lot about whales.
Yeah.
You will do
So
well
you
there.
know exactly
very
what is
well.
going to beseech this well friend.
I'm sorry.
But
can you spell
I
his
don't
name
know
one
about
more
it
time?
yet.
A-N,
And,
G-A.
and I don't know about
J-U-K.
whales.
You know nothing about whales. You couldn't even get the
Couldn't
blubber.
figure it out.
You
Couldn't even
harvest
figure out that it was rotten.
it.
So
Yeah.
Well, you know, as a freshwater whale, they smell different.
they do. Oh no, I've only experienced.
Oh, that's right.
freshwater
You've only
whales.
experienced freshwater whales. Yeah.
They roam the mountainside,
Yeah,
remember?
yeah. It was a saltwater whale. That was the problem.
Yeah. They smell funky anyway.
Well, Flynn, if you're trying to get to an island, the only one I really know of is Ariel's personal hideaway. And I don't think we should head that way. It's very dangerous.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was told it was going to be. But if that's where I've got to go, then that's where I'm going to have to go.
I understand.
But I've already been told quite often, and I've seen it in real life. I'm not ready yet.
Well, you're not going to believe me, but there's this kind of fairy tale of how to get to the island.
Really?
Yeah, there's and my dad told me about it. There's a whale that's got this boat. He'll take you to it.
Whale?
Yeah,
Holy hail!
I know. I don't. I'm kind of still 50.
Do you know? Is it
on
like,
it, honestly.
is it a freshwater or a saltwater or
What?
a humpback or?
And I start like listing off like multiple whale types.
It's just a whale.
I love whales. That I've been reading so much about them recently.
But apparently you can summon him up north.
That's amazing.
One way, but
What's this tale called?
say his name one more time.
Get out. His name is Angajuk. A-N-G-A. J-U-K.
I'm gonna have to phonetically figure out how to write that down.
Ongajuk.
And I like grab my little scrap notebook that I've been keeping, and I write that down real quick as a note to try and remember to research.
Yeah.
No, if it's just a fairy tale, I'm sorry, but
That's the best thing about it, though. It's even if it isn't real, it might stem from something that is.
that's a very good point, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
And also, I wanted to say thank you for back there with Sephek.
It's fine. You scared the shit out of me, and you can't do that again.
I tend to get that reaction. I've got a lot of good people around me, kind of trying to keep me straight.
Right.
And I'm happy to have you with me to join.
Right. Thanks. Right. I might get another drink. I've only had 3, and I need a couple more.
No, that sounds really that sounds really good. Another bottle of ale, please.
And I'm still just hopping over the counter and getting it.
Okay.
Sir,
What?
another bottle of ale?
Can you...
It's this one.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yep, but it's not in bottles.
this
I keep
one?
saying bottles.
Yeah, no,
It's-
I know. This, all right, this one. All right.
Yep, all right.
This
Yep,
one's
that
shit. This one.
Oh, that one's... Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So, like debates whether or not he should give the people getting free alcohol the shit one,
Right.
but then decides it's not worth
I'll
it.
know.
I know, that's rude.
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention earlier, by the way, you guys would remember that you are also now owed money in Bryn Shander.
Oh, yeah.
So just
Yes.
Oh.
I flash forward, I guess, to where I'm sitting with I don't know, probably hanging out with Soren and Ray.
What's that?
Okay. And I'm like, oh yeah, remember, I didn't really think about this at the time. Ray, you will be interested in this. You know that Sephek guy? The guy we just killed?
Yes.
Yes, there was guy in Bryn Shander who asked us to kill him. I was just doing it because I was angry. But then I remember he promised us money.
No.
So we could go back and get that. That would be good for us, right?
Yeah, but we don't have his head.
I know.
How are we going to prove that we killed
I'm
him if we
so
don't have
sorry.
his head?
I thought about that when I vaporized him with Moonbeam, but I mean, he kept putting up a fight. I don't know. I had to do something.
Well,
so
I suppose you owe us your cut then if he doesn't pay us.
I don't.
You broke her.
I am speechless that you would talk to me this way.
I'm only joking.
You think you're very funny
Never.
man, huh? No. No. Yes, so if we just happen to pass by Bryn Chandler, don't let me forget that, okay?
Of course not.
We'll keep it in mind.
How much was the bounty on Sephek again?
Yeah, I don't remember how much
150 per in your party.
Oh, cool.
Which the number in your party has not changed, so it kind of works out.
Still works out just fine.
Holly. Also, could you bring out that journal that we found?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I started
We'll
to take a look
bring it to everybody.
at it. And I run over to the other three and say,
Guys, this is really interesting stuff. Look at this. It could be some sort of adventure. What do you say? You guys want to head north?
Can I see the map?
To the tower that they couldn't find? Towards Kelvin's Cairn?
Toward the can of Kelvin.
Well, I mean, Bryn Chandler is north. It's always Kelvin's Cairn.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah, Mr. Scramsags. We've got to
I
make
was
good on that.
I was just talking about this. How we
Scramsax.
owe him
Oh, I
and
know
he
him.
owes us money. Yes,
Isn't
yes.
he's a charmer, that one, isn't he?
Oh, Scramsax doesn't mean any harm.
Yeah.
I mean, he uses some choice language occasionally, but don't we all?
Sure.
I think he means well, just trying to make a living in this cruel world.
Wait, So, sorry.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
If we go north, we are going away from the Duergar. I mean, we can go any way.
yeah.
I guess it just depends on priorities.
Yeah.
I suppose so.
Right.
Well,
What is it that you wanted north?
Oh, remember the journal that we discovered?
Journal.
Yeah, I
That's what we're
actually.
looking at. Yes.
What's really funny is I was supposed to go on that expedition.
Were you?
Yeah.
The ones that got killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I also have an interest in that, so
Really.
yeah.
This sounds like profitable journey, and we don't go near Spine of World, and that is good for me. Yes.
So,
I
what do you think?
Well, I certainly do want to go north. But if the Duergar are trying to prepare something or summon a beast that they spoke of, I wonder if time is against us in that matter.
You know,
It's true.
I was thinking.
I'd love to go north, but
Well,
I wonder if
Maybe time's of the essence in this case.
perhaps.
It
know.
is always night here. Time is construct. We have time.
I don't know what she said, but I like it.
quick DM
is,
question. The towns that are numbered, you
construct.
said it starts at Dugan's Hole. East Haven is 3.
3.
Okay. And then Care Dinville? The next one would be 4, right? Okay.
And then, it makes
Careful.
its way around the loop, and Bryn Shander is 10.
Brinchan.
Okay.
Or,
Okay.
yeah, 10.
Well,
It's called
I'm
10
wondering if they're hitting each town for something. For the demon metal. If East Haven's only 3, we've got a little bit of time, but I mean, that's just a guess. I really don't know.
True.
What's number 4 again?
Care
Dinval, yeah.
Dinval. Care Dinval, then Caircong, and then
And where's that?
Lonelywood. It's Caircong is actually near Kelvin's Cairn.
We are here. Gardenball here.
Let's
Oh,
just do this
little.
out of character and I'll cut it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no good. I want the reward, and I want to see Mr. Sack.
Gross. I don't like that at all.
I assumed that Scram was his first name. Is that not accurate?
If you're looking at me, I'm not telling you. Yeah, this is now a mystery.
I don't know. I say let's run up the east way to Brenchander, claim the reward, and then head to Cair Dimval and to see if maybe we can stop them from getting more of that metal.
That actually might not be a bad idea.
Sure.
See if they start hitting that area as well.
So is the area that the expedition went to, is that kind of on the way, or?
It's north.
Here, take
It's
the map.
north,
Then we
yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So
Because
it's,
they
we
went
could go
to
north
Kelvin's
from
Cairn,
Cairn.
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So
Brinchander
we
is
would go
kind of out of the
here,
way, but
and
Well,
then-
we're not far.
Yeah. So it would go to.
We cut across the Dwarven Valley.
You
Right?
would also know from having made the trip, you could actually make the walk with your snowshoes on. You can make the walk to Brinchander, and I'll have to check this. Don't hold me to it, but I believe it is 8 to 10 hours.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
actually
that's
not
not bad.
super far.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, and then
Even my little halfling steps.
Yeah.
if we go by
Yeah.
the hitting each town in order theory, then it would bring us up towards Kelvin's Cairn.
Yeah.
Or we could just go straight to Sunblade.
Yeah, I
It's
think I
fine.
would be interested in heading to Cair Dinval and then heading up to Kelvin's Cairn. I think that maybe kind of do 2 things in one trip.
Two birds,
Efficient
one stone.
route.
Yeah,
Sure.
And it is possible, God, right, to go from. Oh, dear God, is it possible to go from Brenchander to Cairdenval by like just cutting?
You could. It is
Across?
not the safest thing in the world to do.
Nah, well we gotta grind a little, right?
Let's go kill 100 boar.
Let's just go.
It is not the
Gather
safe way to do
flowers
it,
for a
but yes, it
farmer.
can be done.
Okay, okay. Well, I guess we'll cross that.
We'll get counts out of trees and kill boar and do all sorts of fun things.
Well,
Gather mushrooms.
So then, it's an adventure?
And I extend out my ale to everybody.
I do believe so.
Sure.
I like how Ray and
I also
Soren
don't.
think they're way too cool. You guys are not too cool to cheers, okay?
One more time. Adventure?
Do it. Do it.
No, I'm good.
We'll,
I just knocked my cup against
we'll be joining on the adventure, for sure.
Oh, wow. We got a couple of
Yeah.
cool kids here. Think they're too good to do the wholesome cheersy thing. Okay, okay.
Honestly, as long as they've got my back, I'm cool.
I'm pretty sure.
That we do.
Ray says nothing.
Yep.
It's like, maybe.
Takes a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys kind of wind down for the rest of the evening, have your drinks, and chill. If you want to talk, have any more conversations, just let me know. But rooms are also available to you for free. So you are, you can make your way to bed down. If you have anything else you want to do, you can do that as well.
How much time do I have until to go do research in the library before I would need to go to bed to get my
To
full
not
long
get
rest?
exhaustion.
Yeah,
Um,
because you said it was like 7.
So yeah, it would have been 7 before you started drinking. So if you were to leave pretty quickly after that conversation, you could probably get back to town hall by 8:30. Get a couple hours of research in, but probably not much because just simple. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And now there's no receptionist to tell me
Now-
where anything is.
Also, if you
Well,
remember,
you have the library goblin.
Oh yeah.
well, if you remember before, I brought you a crap ton of books.
Oh yeah, you did. While I
Like
was in
after
bed.
you got possessed.
Yeah.
So you literally have all the books in your room.
All right, I'm gonna run up to my room then and get ready for the night and like flip through. And now I'm on a mission to find out more about the lore of the whale,
Okay.
the trip, and getting to Oriel's place.
Okay.
I
roll me-
would have told him whatever you told me, like with the bell up north,
yeah.
and that he'll ferry you.
Okay.
Either two.
I'm looking for specifically names, like towns, regions where
Sure.
rumors have been for that bell.
Okay. Yeah. Roll me investigation at advantage.
Key. I gotta find the investigation bonuses. Not much. 20.
Okay. You don't spot it like so you find you do find some references to this legend of a great stone arch that rises out of the tundra, and underneath that arch is a great bell, like an old ship's bell.
Stone Arch.
And if that bell is rung, then the great sperm whale Ongajuk will appear.
Of course, it's a sperm well.
Just
Now,
gonna move right past that.
are you? Are you?
No,
taking-
pre-tell.
are
Why is that an of course, Flynn? Why is that an of course?
I'm alone in my room and I can say whatever I want.
Quick aside to Ralph the player, are you taking notes on that?
No, I was hoping you would.
Okay. I don't
It's
take
your
notes.
character, dude.
I don't take notes if I'm not there.
Fine.
So
Okay, sorry, the bell
Oh,
is found
no.
under
Yeah,
a stone
say it
arch.
again.
Stone
Okay.
archway, or just a stone arch in the tundra. And it's just rang once. There's no special ingredient, nothing.
Not as far as you can tell. It's just ring the bell.
Okay.
Did you write down what kind of whale it was?
Sperm whale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically sperm.
It's very important.
Yeah.
You
under a
you
stone arch.
you don't find any specific information on a region, just that it is just south of the Sea of Moving Ice, as on the water's edge, and because of that, it does make it very hard to kind of pin down. However, as you get up to that part, you know from researching the area that the tundra becomes very flat after a certain point, and so you have a hunch that a giant stone arch would be pretty visible from a long ways away, if for no other reason than blocking out the stars behind it.
Cool.
Interesting.
So, that is what you learn about that. Anyone else?
Ray's gonna head off to one of the piers.
Okay.
And as she walks toward the pier, her echo kind of splits off to her, starts walking next to her. And she just sits next to sits on the pier, kind of looking down into the water. And the echo kind of does the same thing. She sits like that for a while, then kind of curls up and hugs her knees, still while just looking into the water.
While you're sitting, staring into the water, you don't necessarily see it happen, but you feel as the echo breaks the mold and scoots a little closer, and you feel a hand on your opposite shoulder.
After securing a room, I would slip out and go try to follow that sign.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you make your way back to the alley where the sign is. Roll me an investigation check.
See? Oh no. God. 15.
Okay. As you kind of push into the alleyway, you don't see anything at first that jumps out at you, right? Like there's nothing obvious. until you turn around, like you're going to make your way back out, and out of the corner of your eye, you see a brick that is jutted out from the rest of them, just a little bit, maybe an inch and a half, but it's further out than the rest of the bricks in that wall.
I suppose I would walk up and attempt to either, push or pull this brick, mess with it.
Yeah, you fidget with it for a minute, and then finally you push in on it, and you hear a click behind you, and the snow poofs up just a little bit, and what you can mostly discern is kind of a square. And as you're looking, you notice there's the snow around it is kind of disturbed, like it looks like somebody may have moved it with a boot or some other tool to shift it over it.
Okay. Huh. Well, I'm gonna take a quick peek around me and see if anyone's watching.
Roll perception.
17.
Okay. Okay. You as you look around, you don't notice them at first, but as when they move is when you spot them. You see you go to hit, kind of move the snow with your boot, and that's when you see in your periphery a hooded figure shift in the corner of the alleyway, and you do spot a crossbow pointed in your direction, however not particularly not like they're about to attack you with it, but it's pointed in their direction. And they step out and just say, you spotted that, huh?
Sorry, I leaned against the wall, and this sort of popped up, and I'm just a bit confused.
And how'd you know to come back here, huh?
I'm a little drunk and wandering.
Roll deception.
I'm just
He's
a
not
drunk
technically
man.
lying.
Yeah.
I am a little drunk.
I am a little drunk.
Oh,
no. 9.
How smart's this guy?
I know my symbols better than that. I was pretty discreet.
Yeah. Well, I suppose your sign led me here.
Honestly, you
That's
should have led
weird.
with that. I trust that more.
Well, can never be too careful.
Yeah. Here, come in. And you moves forward and reaches down and pulls at the square, and it opens up. And there's a ladder down into what looks like it was probably once a cellar. But because you can see where they're, as you make your way down, it's lit by torches, and the dirt is carved out, and there is what appears to be an old staircase, but it doesn't go anywhere anymore. But there's a table and torches and some barrels and a table where another a half-elf woman and a human man are both sitting. They kind of look up at you and look at the guy you're with and kind of just nod and then go back to playing cards.
So, you gonna kill me down here and shake me down?
Oh, I thought about it, but honestly, we're kind of running out of friends. So, here, come sit down.
Oh,
Yeah,
cute.
sure.
And you sit down at the table, and so I guess what were you hoping to find?
I don't really know. I'm just a bit of the curious type, I suppose.
Oh, it comes with the trade. Hey, look, since you're here, I like that you know my language, our language, and it is important to me that we keep each other safe because, like I said, we are running out. Be careful out there. We just got word from Bryn Shander yesterday. There's a group of bounty hunters that have been making their way around 10 towns. And at least one of them knows thieves can't. And has been using it as bait.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate the warning.
And he hands you a vial of red paint. He says, for now, this will probably change, but for now, we're using this to mark R can't.
Oh, okay.
Just a dot on anything. If you see the red dot, it's probably safe, but be careful. And he hands it over to you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. What's your name?
My name is Marcus. This is Alondra and her brother, Dick.
Well met. The name's Soren.
Nice to meet you, Soren. I'm glad to see.
Sorry.
Glad to see another of the less legally inclined.
For sure. Well, thank you for not being aggressive towards me.
I thought about it. I must admit, I did think about it. If you were just a drunk, it probably would have, been a little different.
Well, thank goodness for that.
So he kind of like settles in. How long are you kind of like hanging out with them for a little bit, or?
Yeah, I would hang out and chat
Okay.
a little bit.
Cool. Roll me a persuasion.
Sure.
Just for your kind of charisma in the conversation as you guys are sitting around and playing. Also, roll me a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Oh.
Persuasion first is a 9.
Okay.
Sleight of hand is less than that.
No.
It's a 7.
Okay. Cool.
Here's where the
Yep,
rolls
here's
stop.
where they come. Got
So-
them all out.
They don't dislike you, right?
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
But you do seem to have a hard time kind of connecting on a career level. Like, you have some of this banter about things you've done, some of the stupid shit you've gotten into.
I'm
But
trying too hard.
yeah, they're kind of like always trying to sound cool. But they don't quite trust you. But they do, like, as they're talking about it, you do catch whiffs of a potential a noble worth robbing in Kerkunig, whose name I will get you later, because that's an actual name and I'm gonna have to go deep into my notes. But I will get you that. And while you were playing, at one point they put up bets, and they, the guy who kind of walked you in is like, oh yeah, I'll front you, just for fun. And you guys gamble on the next round. Now, cards with thieves and assassins isn't so much about the game as much as it is knowing that they're going to cheat
Yeah.
and being better at it. And
better at
unfortunately,
cheating.
you do fall short. And you didn't lose any money on it, but you do, like, you see that pot of gold
It's been
sitting
a
in the
while.
middle, and you're like, yeah, and you're trying to swap cards, and you see one of them like flip one out of their hand, but you can't quite prove. Like, you're like, oh, that was, I could almost call them on it, but not quite. And you do end up losing, and unfortunately, they take the gold.
Damn, that's fine.
Yeah. But over time, you guys, the half elf, disappears back up and out into the city, and the other two kind of chill out for a bit, and you probably leave and make your way back to the tavern.
Yeah. Before leaving, I would say to him, if we ever meet out there and you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. I think misfortune tends to bring people into these lines of work, and so I'd like to help you out if you need it.
Roll me persuasion one more time.
Sure.
With advantage.
Sweet.
He doesn't need it.
24.
Okay,
Very
nice.
Hey.
He kind of like holds out his hand to shake yours if you accept it.
I accept.
He says, thank you. I think we have a tendency to not stick together when we should, and we're trying to change that. So I'm glad that you're on board too. So thank you. Here, actually, take this. And he pulls a coin out of his back pocket, and it is a coin that that you recognize. It's a coin specifically used in Baldur's Gate, but it has a slash across it from where someone has gouged it with a knife, and then a spot of the red paint. He says, "We have a few people in each of 10 towns, and if anyone ever doesn't trust you, just give them this, and they'll know."
Great. Wow. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. He claps you on the shoulder and sends you on your way.
Sweet. Well, I just head back to the tavern at that point.
Cool. All right.
Great.
Does anyone else have anything they want to do, or is everyone kind of making their way to bed and settling down?
Way to bed.
Okay. All right. Well, then, as you guys settle down for the night, thinking, nursing your wounds, thinking about the battle and the days to come, we shall end our session. And you are all now level 4.
Yeah.